So any doubts in buffered reader, buffered writer, file reader, and file writer? If not, I have few things to discuss. Any questions you guys have? Okay, good. So what is the difference between, um, let's say here I'm using, for example, file read character. Let me go to that place. Hmm. Here we have sample.txt, okay, where Dhoni is there. Now, if I run this program and if I just write Virat here, okay, what do you think the output would be in sample.txt? Guys, understand? Is my voice audible?
Yeah, your voice is audible. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. If you have understood yesterday, if not, it's totally fine. Okay. So I've taken buffered writer here. So I'm writing a br.write to my sample.txt. Okay. The sample.txt has already Dhoni in it. So if I run this file, what will be the output expected in the file?
Like Virat.
Viral. So
Yeah.
Dhoni will be deleted or
Yeah. If
it's
we
right.
only append, then Dhoni and Virat both will be there. As per my
Okay.
understanding, if I'm wrong, sorry. Like if we only write, I think Dhoni will go and Virat will.
That's good. Don't have to say sorry anyway. Like it's just a class. That's all right. So let me run this. Okay. When I Java application, answer came Virat. If I go to sample, it changed it to Virat. Okay. As I think the Dharni asked one question, what is the difference between append and write? So technically in file reader, file writer, append and write both are same. Now, if you really want to append it, right, you have to write something in file writer, comma, true. So this is what exactly it means. Now, does anyone know what exactly this is doing? What is file name true and file writer here? What this will call? Don't know? Okay, no problem. So this will call parameterized constructor. You guys remember, right? The constructor will be the same as class name. A file writer is a class. If I go inside this, see this calling a class of file writer is a class that extends inheritance with output stream writer, and it has a constructor which has file name that is parameterized only one parameterized constructor. So this is the one we are exactly calling, which is a string file name and a boolean append. This is where the magic happens. It appends actually. So if you go here now, now tell me what will be the output if I run this now.
Virat as well as Dhoni.
Sorry,
But
Virat?
like BW dot, we have to make append, right?
Yeah, that's what like buffered writer, file reader, file writer, or in both the writers, actually append is this only. So it
Okay.
goes with the constructor. Then buffered reader takes FW, so indirectly it's appending, indirectly with the help of file writer. But in reality, the method append and method write are both the same. Okay. Now if I run this, already Virat is here. Okay. Now it should actually give space and actually append it. Okay. So if I just click on run as, so Virat Dhoni came here. That was the output we're expecting. Also in the file, Virat Dhoni appears. Good guys. Till this point, we are good. Everyone.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, so one more thing I wanted to discuss was the file part. let's say if I give you this file, right? So it says like users, Azure, Eclipse, Workspace, etc. You have to change it. Okay. One of the dynamic ways to change it is, let's say I can write string path, okay, equal to, there is something called system dot get property. So here get property, we have to write a key. So there are many keys. Okay, one of the keys to get the current user directory is user dot directory. Okay, if I just write this path, right, you see, at least half of the path will be dynamic. So till I think QR circle will get, from here, this source and assignments is your package. Sample.txt is your file. I'll show you just in a second. I want you to guys to understand. I want you to tell the dots. It's out of path. Now, I just remove the append. Okay, so that only Dhoni with space will remain, or Dhoni will remain. So we are not interested in this part. We are just interested in this part now. Let me right click, run as. See, till QA circle, the path is dynamic. Okay. So if I give this one and if I change some things in my path, so till QA circle, the directory will be similar. When you say directory, so this is what we're talking about. The project. The QSL key is the project. In that, I have my sample.txt here. So it's inside source, my package com.assignments. In that, I have sample.txt. See, source com.assignment sample.txt. Now, tell me how can I align this path with this file name? It's easy only. You guys would have known by now. How do I concat?
Using concat function.
Concat function. That's true. We can do that. But there's also simple way, right? There's a simpler way for people to understand. Okay. Concat is also we can use, but I'll tell you one more thing. Okay. Tell me this is not a logic. This is a magical one. Till QA circle, if I delete, okay. Till QA circle, good. And making this one as, this one should always come from your package. So whatever package you create and whatever the text file name is. Now, still this one will work. Okay. Now, if the file has Dhoni, it should read as Dhoni. Okay. Right click, run as the application. See, it read Dhoni, and also the system sample txt has Dhoni. So this is one of the way to make a dynamic path. So system.get property of user directory, what are the directory is, and we have a package. In that package, we have a sample.txt. These two things understood, the path creation and write and append. I think Dharni, you only asked the question. Difference between write and append. There's really not that much difference in both.
Okay.
Are you guys good till these two parts? Are you guys good? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you might also think, what if the sample.txt doesn't exist? Okay. Do we have a create function for this file? For example, let me delete this file. Okay. Let me delete this file. Delete it. Now, how do I create this file? Easy, tough. Can I even create a file with file writer, file reader, whatever the path is? Can I create a file?
Is there any inbuilt function created file?
So is there any, sorry?
Built-in function.
Function to create. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So let's say from fr dot create. So inbuilt function is not there. Okay. Now, so let me write everything. Let me write the path. Let me write till file writer. So let me comment file reader and buffered reader for now. Okay. Why? I'll tell you in a second. Let me just comment this. So the file is not there. Okay, that's it, right? What is the other issue we have? Oh, I want to comment the reader, not the writer. So can I write file name here? Can I write this out here? File is created. Okay, now just follow this. Okay, there's one more error. What is the error? Okay, we don't want this to also. Let's see. Run as the application. So file is created. Do we have right click, refresh? So do you have sample.txt and Dhoni? Did the file got created? Okay. If this is little confusing, okay, let me change the name to some other name which let me change. Okay, let me change to Nayana. Okay, Nayana.txt. Just to make sure that it's not the different file is getting created. Now, you can see in the left hand side, only sample is there. Everything else is Java in the package. Now, I want to write file is created. I want to write file is created. And the sample also, something should be there. Okay, let us close this. File is created. I'm writing in the console. Let me also write file is created here. Okay, file is created. File is created by FW, something like that. Now, so let me do right click, run as Java application. So file is created, it is coming as a console one, which is the system.out.println. Now, if you just refresh your project folder, refresh, and if you see, there should be a text called nayana.txt. Double click it. So file created by FW. So can we create a file by file writer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry?
We can
Yes,
create.
right. This is also one of the things which we can do. Creating a file if the file is not there. Okay. Just by file writer we can do. And also if you want to append it, just write true here. And you can actually append it. If the file is already there, it will not create for the second time. It will actually append it. For example, now you want to append it. Let's say I want to write /n. Just write something like Dhoni, something like that. So now this will actually write Dhoni. Right click, run as the application. See nayana.txt, Dhoni is done in the second line. Easy, guys. Looks good.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
Good. So do you want to see few examples in buffered reader and buffered writer to understand more? Just wanted to make sure that file concepts are really, really important since we take the data from SQL or CSV files or Excel sheets, etc. Those are really, really important. Just want to make sure that you guys are understanding it. Should we see few more examples or is that fine? Totally fine.
Few more examples.
Yes, sir. We'll see.
Sure. Few more examples we'll take now. Okay. How do we use test data in a file? For example, let me create one simple file, class. I'll write it as a, let's say, um, test data access, something like that. So something like in future, so you, let's say you guys are working a project, okay, and you have a file. Let me create a text file. This creating manually, guys, okay, and I want to write like data dot txt. So this data file contains, let's say, username equal to, let's say something like test. It has password, something like, we can do key value pair, but I'll not go that much deeper. Just for your understanding, it's like test 1, 2, 3, something like. Now, I want to access this data. I want to get this data, or some, or you can add more. Let's say you have username and password. Let's say you have a device. So device can be, you're doing, let's say you're doing APM automation. Device can be iPhone, and let's say one more thing. It, so I, let us write this iOS device is that iPhone 14, and Android device is Android device is equal to Pixel 7, something like that. Okay. So you're doing automation. You want the data of which device you're using. What is the username and password to log into a application? Okay. As simple as that. Now, what do I need first? First, I need the file path. So can I write this try block? Can I copy till this point? Can I copy? Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me copy this. Now I don't need a test access. Wait. What did I do? I should copy from the static void main. Let me copy here to here. So we need to one more close, and we need a catch. So always remember, try cannot exist alone. Try has to be followed with the catch. So do we? So try needs catch. Try, can try be alone?
No.
Good. Can we write catch, try and finally without catch? Try and finally without catch?
No.
No? Okay. If you guys remember, finally try, already have an example here. I just open that. Good. See, try, catch, finally is there. Now, can I remove this catch? Will I get an error?
No.
See? So try and finally can also exist. See? If I proceed and finally, there is an exception here. It is catched. So let's say I don't have an exception also. In try and finally we can run without without an error. Good. And try
Yes,
and finally working
yes,
fine.
sir.
So try cannot be alone. So try can should have finally or catch. Try catch finally also can exist in one line. Are we good in that exception handling, guys? Good. Okay. Now, so let me use buffered writer only. Buffered reader and buffered writer. So I'm just taking a, why I'm using buffered writer, guys? You have to understand. Why not file writer? I have a data like this. Why can't I use file writer instead of buffered writer? So you guys didn't understand SAS class. Good, no problem. See, file writer, buffered reader, or file reader. Let me go here. You remember file reader? We were reading by each and every character. So it will read like this. Buffered reader will read like this. Okay, so it is very faster and very efficient. That is why. But even if you take file reader, buffered reader will take file reader as an object. It will have its own examples. For example, let me take this too. Okay. You should ask me doubts, guys. Please, if you don't understand, please ask me doubts. That is the only way you'll understand and learn. Okay. Even if it's silly, don't worry. There's nothing called silly. Okay. Now, this still having an issue. What is the issue here? Oh, do we need one more bracket? Or we don't need one more? Huh? What happened? Insert finally to complete the block statements. We don't need block statements. No, we need to do good. So let us take buffered writer also. And buffered writer, to avoid, we can have multiple nested tries. Okay, it's not an issue. Why we are having multiple nested tries here? You tell me. It's easy only. You tell me, guys. Guys, what if exception and come on. It's very easy. Come on, guys.
Because in a try block only if there is one exception, it won't see the other one. So we are taking to nested tries.
Wow, lovely, Dharni. That is what I was expecting. Let's say if there is an exception here. Okay, this try will only execute till the 12th part. It will come to catch. Then this will never be caught. So try will only catch one exception at a time. That's good. Come on, guys. You can easily do it. Ask me doubts if you don't understand. Okay. So we are writing a specific try block to catch this exception also. When we have buffered writer, if the file itself is not there, what it will write, right? File is not, it will get created, but always we have to write an exception handling in cases if you have given a wrong path, right? Where the file will be created, something like that. Okay, good. That's what I was expecting an answer. Good, yeah. Now, let me, instead of writer, we'll use reader for now. Okay, I'll explain you why. We'll use reader only. File writer and file reader is not there. Now, I want to read those all the things. For example, in data.txt, I want to read this. So buffered reader will always take a reader here. Now, can I use list also? So does it have like 4 values here? Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I want to store these 4 values in a list. And also I want to split by equal to. You tell me one by one how it is, how we can do it. We'll see an example since you guys wanted to know more. Okay. So now, can I use list? Again, list comes with util package, right? Java util only, no? Wait, let me see. Listed.
Yes, sir.
I think it comes with java.util.start.
Yes, you tell me.
Okay. Okay, instead of then I'll just write import java.util.start. So if it is util, list will not have an issue. Now, let us take all these as string values. Okay. Now let's say data equal to new. What type of list we can take? Okay. Can these have duplicates in future? Can I have same phone twice? We can have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the reason I'm using list. What does set do?
It doesn't take duplicates.
It doesn't take duplicates. Good. Now, can I take the array list?
Yes.
What happened? Everything okay? Okay. I think there is some noise. That's fine. So I'll take an array list. Now, I want to, how will we adding data.add, right? Remember, guys, data.add, we used to add list. Now, instead of adding the data.add specifically, we will read it from buffered reader and we'll take it. Now, how do we read it? Okay, let's go little back. Can you use same concept of file char? Okay. Why my okay? It's getting hanged. Good. So let me take int instead of int char, something like I'll use this concept only. Okay. But in the buffered reader. Okay. Instead of int ch, I'll write string value VLL, right? It's just reading, guys, just reading the data. Okay. And we don't have to put greater than 0 because it is not reading the ASCII values of the character. We have to do read line. Sorry for that, I'm just getting stuck. My laptop has gone old. Okay. This is operation. Good. So let me delete this now. So val, I'll just write a val here. So can we read the entire line in Java
Sir,
or
I
in
think your screen is.
Screen not sharing, sir.
For
screen
me,
stop
it
sharing?
got stopped.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now it's came.
Okay. Screen stop sharing for a second, huh? Okay. Now
Yes,
it is
sir.
visible for everyone? Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Can I use br dot read line? I think c dot read line. So it will read the entire line. Instead of greater than 0, can I write not equal to null? So what does this line represent? Yesterday we would have seen. So I'm storing the value based on read line. Read line will read like this: username, password, iOS device, Android phone. Good. Can we do like that?
Can you
Okay.
tell again?
Okay, good. So let me delete this. Now, can I add the values here? So data dot add val. Can I do like this?
Yes, sir.
Can I do? Okay.
But I have a doubt. So
Yeah.
the buffer reader, it will read the whole line itself. No, so why are
Hmm.
we following this one?
So buffer will read only these line. So I want all the 4. Okay. So when go to fifth line, nothing is there, right? So this condition states when it is null, then stop the loop. Read
So
all the value.
the value variable, the whole line will be stored.
Yeah, all the time. So value first line will be stored, right? Then we will add that into a list. Then it will go to next line because it's a while loop. It will check whether the value or br.read line is null or not. It is not null. The second line it will read this. Third line it will read this and store into data. Fourth it will read this and store into another data.
Okay.
Understandable, easy.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm just doing data dot add of val. So here all the variables will be stored in a list. So how do we type a list? I think sysout.val. Okay. Or sysout.data, I think. Wait. It is data. So let me run this. Run as. So see, everything got stored in list. Username, password, iOS device, Android device. Did we achieve at least that? Good.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now,
Yes.
okay. So this is the first part. Now, okay, let us not worry about the right for now. So this is what where we can start splitting. How do I get each and every value? How do I store each and every value? Okay. Can I run a for each loop where I can get a list and string as a data type? Data type. So maybe data list colon data. Data is to string. Okay. So can I type the data list? Does it take individually each and every value? Yes or no? See, will it take each and every value internally? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now tell me, how do I split it, each and every value?
Split
Data list.
from-
And how do I store it? Okay. Can I take two string arrays? Let's say string key, string value. Okay, value, something like that. We'll write. If I can just add this outside, let's see, we'll add here. Okay. How do I write like that? Any idea, guys? So I want to store username test into one array, username into key array, test into a value array. How can I do that? Guys, I would have told you, come on. It's easy, just we are trying. Can I convert data to list? Can I convert this entire thing into an array? Is it easy to do in array or not? Okay. Okay, let me just write. Remove it. Let me just write a string array which has like data values. I want this data dot to I. Okay. So what does it's saying? Okay, cast to like this. Okay, now if I just write this out of data values, can I get the data values? So I want to print only that. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, good. Let me just see the data is typing or not. Cannot be a cast to a class. Good. Or I should do something like this. Data to an array. What exactly? Change the data values to object. object. Okay. If I just run it to an object, okay, it will have an. So let me tend to string array only. I wish it works. To array new string of 0. Good. So now if I put data values, list dot to string. Again, we are into same value here. Okay. Maybe first we have to try. So let us create one more list, which is a string, which has, let's say, day that will write. So arrays dot as list of data data. Now, if I write a string array, data values equal to, so that to array of new string. So I'm just converting into string array. So if I just type sysout of data values, data values. Okay. So if I just run this, run as, oh, good. Mismatch cannot compute list in Java string list. Good. Or okay, let us try with for loop only. We had that for each loop. Hmm. Hmm. So if I split it, so split takes an array, right? The string date values equal to data list dot split. I think that is what the functionality is. I want to split it by equal to. Now I want to store key. So it will have two values, right? I want to append, since I have created a key, so I can write key equal to data values so key of 1, let's say key of 0. data values of 0. I just want to see how it works. Initialize. Okay. Initialize null. Okay, this also let us initialize to null only. Let me take a value array. So value of 0 equal to data values of 1. So let us put a break. I want to see what exactly is there in array values. Okay. Now after this, let me put sys out of key and sys out of value. Okay. Let me run this. Okay, where is you got username equal test. I don't want to print the data. So I don't want to print the data list. So now null pointer cannot store an object because key is null. Okay, no problem. If we want to store till the size is there. How do I get the size? Do you remember, guys, how to get the list size? Do you remember how to get the list size? Guys, don't remember list size, huh? Data.size. Guys, don't remember? No? Okay, no problem. So if I can add new string of data.size, new string of data.size, will it be okay? New, not null. So if I run this, 4, the size value is 4, good. If we have got size value as 4, we know the part of the list, right? Instead of enhanced for loop, can we run normal for loop? Can we run normal for loop, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it getting complicated? No.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So the basic idea is, did we get all these values? Till this, okay, you don't want to extend it. What if you want to store all the passwords, all the values in one and username in one, key and value, and create a map? No need, huh?
So in map also we'll do the same only. No, we'll get the data values only.
Yeah, map we need, it will be like this, right? Key and value, key comma value, something like that. I'm just using a split functionality to give equal to. So if you guys don't want till this point, okay, till this point, did you understand the data value, how we are reading it?
Scroll up, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If I just write the program, if I just explain it, will that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll just take a second. Okay. So if we know the size of list, these are all explained topics, guys. So list, if you want to run enhanced for normal for loop, data.size will work. If you guys remember that, that's okay. If you don't remember, I less than data.size, I plus plus, and if I want to split, how do I split? I can use a string array, string data, data val, something like that, values. Okay, data val only will take equal to. So, any doubt?
No, sir. No.
Okay. So if I want to get the first value, right, and I want to split it, you guys remember this? Data dot
Split
get
by
of That's it. Good. Get I. Can I dot do split function here? Split of equal to.
Yes.
And can it be a string value since you're doing the split? See, it will store key and value. It will store username and password. It will store, sorry, it will store username and test indifferently. Now, if I want to use the value, can I write keys of I equal to data val of 0 and so keys or key? Okay,
Key. It's key.
okay. And if I write val or vals, okay. So I have wrote many things. Value, okay. Value of I equal to data val of 1. As simple as that. So if we know the size of an array, if we know that I want to split by equal to, is it not very simple to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I just type key and value, will it give the value? So it is not printing here. Okay, wait. Is it size only? I equal to 0. Okay, okay.
So in the for loop, key and values are in arrays, no? Like in so
Yeah,
in array.
it is in array. And we are using data dot size.
Okay.
So it should be 0, everything should be added. Do we have to write something? Okay, index 0 out of bounds for the length is 0. Size is 4, right? Less than for I plus plus. Data val equal data dot get of I split. Okay, no issues. If I want to print it here itself in the loop, what it is showing, let me see what it's saving. Index out of bound exception. Good.
So why don't we give key of I in system.out.print?
Okay. That's good. Actually, we have to give I only. Why I'm printing the entire value. Good. If that's the case, oh, then we'll define inside. Wait. We'll define after we getting the values. That will be better, I feel. See, we got the username and password. Now, if so, there's a declaration, guys. That's what's the issue. See, in programming, what will happen, right? All the time, you will get stuck. But getting stuck is good. But getting out of it, it's better. Okay. Now, if I can get an array like this, if I run it, did I split it by values? Okay. Now, dot toString, dot toString. Good. If it is printing an object, okay, good. Then we will use a for loop to get the values. For with enhanced for loop, string k in key sys out. Same what we did here. Okay, just I'm using different way to get the values. Okay. Okay, run as Java application. Good. Did we get guys username, password, iOS with Android device?
Yes, sir.
At least, okay. This is a little complicated program. Just wanted you to guys to understand. We can create this file. If the data is there, we can store the data into a list, and we can do maps also. If it gets complicated for you, that's all right. We'll not do it. But just, did you guys understand the concept? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
No? Yes?
Yes.
Good. So if in future, if you get this kind of a data, guys, it's very easier to read, and we can store it in a list or a map or a set. Based on that, we can store it in a map also as key and values. Just I showed you the split functionality to make it little complicated, but showed you a different mechanism to do it. Okay, that's good. I'll share the program. Okay, if you guys can play around with it, let me know. You can use with you can use maps and all, etc. Okay, I'm just adding the program. Any doubts in buffered reader writer till now what we have discussed? Any doubts? No doubts? Are we good? We're not good.
Good, sir.
Okay. So I'll stop the share. So I'll share the screen of the today's session. Basically, give me a second. I'll share. So let me know if the screen is visible. So write what exactly is today's topic. File input stream and file output stream. Till this point, you write the lowest level. Done, guys?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just go down. Next page. Everyone completed, right? Good. This is just a diagram to understand. Okay. So basically what happens in file input stream and file output stream. So this is the text file which we saw nana.txt or data.txt. The reading will happen, the writing will happen with file output stream. File input stream, writing will happen just like how we have file reader and file writer. So this is the hierarchy, how exactly it happens. Buffer input stream, data input stream, etc. Don't worry about this diagram. You can take a pic or any. I'll share this PDF file. Don't worry on that. But the point you have to understand is this. Okay, write this one, the key points and the important methods. So let me know when you're done.
Done, sir.
Okay, let's scroll a little down. Just write the important methods. So let me know when you're done. So write this program also. So let me know when you're done. Done, guys. Done with the program. All right.
Done, sir.
Okay. So let's go to another page. So you complete this program. You don't have to write all the programs. Complete the first one itself. Just write till the prime characters. Okay, print characters. And guys, if I do, unless until I'm giving the PDF files, right? It has all the programs. I have added many programs for each and every topic. If you feel free, please, on a weekend, right? Please go and practice all these programs. Ask me doubts in those programs too. Okay, these are very very important. Everything will be asked, or may have asked in previous interviews. So how do you do this? How do I read the file? How do I read the byte values, etc., etc. All these are incorporated. Okay, this for you. All the PDF files are saved and also are shared in the WhatsApp. Please do read it, okay, or practice it. Any doubts, Naina?
Sorry, no doubts.
Okay. Done with the program? Okay. Input file was opposite. Here the txt file was there. Now output stream is opposite for input stream. You just write this title and you start from here. Okay. The definition, what are the key points?
Can you show the title once?
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me know when you're done with the title. Okay.
Done, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The title is done. Just write this definition and then key points. Done, guys? right.
Done.
Okay. Write the methods for file output string. Done, guys. The methods. Okay. Just write one program here. Then we'll do these two things. Write bytes to a file. That will be all right.
Above one method is there, like close. Can you?
Okay. Good. Thank you. So let me know when you're done, guys. So then guys, good. All right. So let me stop the share. I think yeah, that's it. So now let me share. All right. So let me now just start my first program. Again, it's all about file input stream and file output stream. Similar behavior, how we use file reader and file writer. Same example I'll take, file read example. Okay, let me copy this entire thing, or maybe I can copy from public static void main to this. Okay, copy. Let me write new class file input stream. Sorry, screen is not visible. Is screen visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, visible.
Good. I'm just writing screen file input stream example. Main method, finish. Good. So let me just copy and paste it here. Good. So try is always followed by a catch. So let me write a catch method here. Catch block, not the method. Catch block, try block, etc. Good. Okay. What does file input stream has? So file input stream, just like a file reader, we can use file input stream, and it should always be in a .io .star. File input stream will always take a file input stream. This is how we create a new object. Similarly, file input stream is a class. Same thing like that. Basically, why we use file input stream? So it reads byte by byte, just like how file reader does read like this, character by character. It actually reads byte by byte, used for simple files, not a complicated files. Okay, for example, let me write sample.txt. Let me just take something called D. I will just give sample.txt here. Okay, sample.txt only is there. Good. File input stream, awesome. So also I'll write into ch same fis.read f file input stream. I'll just write fis. So short form of file input stream. I'll remove all the other things which we don't want. Simple, just reading the values. Okay. Here fis. I will okay, let me put fis. Since fis is an object, if you put dot, it will have many things, but we are only interested in read. It will read the integer value. Okay, same char of ch, ASCII value, blah blah. We don't read this. Okay, just let me run this, run as the application. See, the value is the ASCII value 68. Similarly, it print. It is as similar as file reader, same as file input stream. Now, character by character, we'll read. For example, if it has, let's say, Dhoni, something like this. So here we want println. If we run this, etc. So it is DHONI. All these ASCII values are read. Okay. Simple, easy, good. Now, okay. So we'll do little modification. For example, okay, is it simple enough to understand? Same concept. We are not using much. So if you are using face, we have to also close it. Face dot close. Why we are closing? It is like just opening a sample txt, closing it. As simple as that. Okay. We have to always open, always close. We don't need temporary variable here. As simple as that. Okay. We can also read an image file if image file is there. For example, let me create one simple image. Right click, file, let's say something test.png. I can create PNG file. Good, we can create a PNG file. See, this is a PNG file. Now, it doesn't open it here because nothing is captured. Or if you want me to capture, I can capture it. We should have something called snipping, right? Okay, snipping something is there. Let's say I want to try this one. Okay, you're understanding, guys? Snipping tool. I'm just catching this file. I want to save this file. Okay, but for now, just a second. I'll stop sharing file. I'll save it as. Okay. The desktop capital T. I'll share the screen in a second. Copy. Paste. Good. I'll now share the screen. Let me know if you can see the screen. Okay. Okay. Now, as you can see, there is something called capture.png. I'll double click it. So this is our file. Now, I want to know the size of this file. Okay, the size, how many bytes of data, how much is the bytes available, etc., etc. Okay. For example, here we don't have to read. There is nothing called read here. So what we do, okay, let me comment this out. Let me comment it out. Okay, I'll comment everything. Now, so instead of sample.txt, I'll write capture dot png. PNG is in capital PNG. Understanding, guys? I'm going slow. Understandable?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. If it is complicated for you, let's have more classes. Not an issue. So for me, only thing is you have to understand. Good. Okay. Now I'll write sysout again. Wait. Let's say size equal to plus FIS, which is file system object, dot something called available. Something is there to available to understand the size. Okay. Let me run this, run as the application. See, now this is in bytes, guys. Always it reads in bytes. So it is basically 31954. For example, right click properties. See, 31,954 bytes. Getting the point, guys? Understandable? Easy?
Yes, sir.
Good. For example, this was a blank image, test.png. See the properties? It is 0 bytes. For example, if I write just test.png, test.png, if I just right click, run as application, size is 0. Getting it? Okay. So Rajesh is there. Okay. What did Rajesh do? So Rajesh wanted to apply for Aadhaar card or some other card, right? Do you guys see where it is mentioned that it should not be more than 2 MB the photos? Something like that?
Yes, sir.
No?
Yes, yes.
Yes, right? Okay. Can I write like this? Okay. So if a fish dot available, we are getting size. So how many bytes will be MBs? Okay, let me just check. Bytes in MBs. Bytes in MB. Seven. Okay. So apparently 1 MB equal to this many bytes. Okay. Now, so now let me write one variable called int size. Int Rajesh pick size, something like that. Okay. So I'm just giving real life examples, guys. Okay. If integer, if you don't specify, the integer Rajesh pick size will be 0, right? Now, if condition, I'm just writing fish dot available is less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 2 MB, right? Sys out size is perfect for Aadhaar card. Something like that. Can I write if else? Can I throw an exception? Can I throw an exception? How to throw an exception, guys? Is it in try and catch? Good. Can I write throw new or something like arithmetic? Something like file not found. Huh? File not found exception. Something like that. Do you guys remember throw? Long back.
Yes,
Waited.
sir.
Good. So we file not found. We're writing size is not matching, or size of pick size not matching. Something like that. Okay. Now, can I run this? Run as the application. Size is this one. Size is perfect for Aadhaar card. Now, Rajesh can take this pic and attach in his Aadhaar profile. Good? Easy to understand, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I've used this, but I haven't used anywhere. Okay. So, I have to write like this. You guys didn't update only. Good. Okay. Good, guys. Easy to understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, chalo. I'll give this program also. So whatever comment I have done, just please watch the recording. It will be easy for you. Okay, I'll take last 2 minutes and just write file output stream. It is just like file writer. Okay, same thing. Run as class FOS. That's it. Good. We will write everything what is there in read here. Try file. When I say write, it should not be an image file. Okay. If it is image file, we can't write anything, right? It should throw an exception. That's why we write in try and catch. Okay. let me just write here, etc. FOS. So in the file reader, I'll just put here io.star file output stream. So again, file output stream. It will take simple example. Now, unless until you give true here, it will override. Okay. Now, if I write fr.write, if I write just 67, something like that, and I close it, instead of fr, I just write f. Okay, fr only I'll write, because FOS I have given the class name. So fr.close. Now, I want to write something in sample.txt. No, not sample.txt. Sample as Dhonia. Okay, okay. Okay, I'll write in sample.txt only. So if I run this, what will happen, guys? What will be the output?
I think it will be written in the sample file.
Okay. So now, see. So it will override. Same example. If you don't want to override, what will write here? Let's say Dhoni is here. Okay. Dhoni is here. And
True.
see, true. This is the way to append here. That's it. Put true here. Just write. And so it will become Dhoni C. So good. Till this point, understood? File input stream and file output stream. So I'll give this program also. Just write it down.
So all the functions basically we are writing in file, we should put in try and catch only, na, sir?
Try and catch only, because let's say this if file is not there, if this file doesn't exist, right? It may create a file. If the it also should also depend on the path. Always try and catch, because exceptions will come. File not found exception will come, but not specifying of the same exception. We are using a main class. So in real life, whenever you write a code or a framework, everything you'll write in exception handling, because we run regression test case, right? We want the test case to fail if any changes are there in the UI. Means website, let's say website is username and password. Okay. Okay. I'll show you one example. Let me stop the share. Sorry, guys. Again, cough is there. Bear with me. Sorry for that. Okay. So now let me share the screen again. Okay. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. So let's say you are automating a Facebook.com. For example, it will be little complicated, but don't focus on the complicated part. Focus on what I'm trying to say. So now here you can see the email address or phone number. Here you can see the password. Now, if you want to see what exactly are there, right click, do inspect of it. It will take you to a page where HTML is there. Don't focus, don't go in depth. This is what the class is. This is what email is. Now, if you're writing a program and try and catch, if the script fails with script issue, it's on our end. It's our issue. Okay. If let's say you have identified this email address as class with the class text, just try to understand. It's an attribute. Class is an attribute. Name is an attribute. Email is an attribute to uniquely identify this email field. So if you want to inspect password, to uniquely identify this field, it should be something called ID, pass, con, trainer, something like this, container. If this changes, our script will fail. Okay, then we can identify the issue is in website itself, that they have changed the attribute. Then that will be on their end. If any issue happens with this code, it is our end. It is our problem. So always write everything in plain catch so that exceptions will be handled. Only script, we call this a script or a Java page, whatever it is, should only fail if there is any issue in their objects, not issue in our code. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Let me stop the share. Let me stop the recording.